Hi, it's Dave with Small Biz Mechanics, and today I want to go over a topic with you that talks about how to win clients and influence referrals. And this is part one in our series on this particular topic. The first thing I want to cover is basically how to utilize the old school note. And one of the first things you're going to want to look at is if you're going to influence those, referrals, and you're going to want to increase that repeat business, is in certain businesses you can use that handwritten note. If you're not already sending these, I'd highly suggest that you do so. You can do this fairly, I want to say on the cheap, but basically it's inexpensive to do this method where you take handwritten notes and send those out and basically thanking people. And there's different ways to do that, but if you use the handwritten note with a handwritten signature, it can work out really well. You want to use the second method, which we call typing. You can generate those off your computer, and then you hand sign. So you basically type out a note and or put that onto letterhead, etc., and then you hand sign. A little bit more formal, but it will still work in many cases. And then you want to use a thank you email with a digital signature. If you don't have the capability to do that, digital signature is a piece of cake. You can get that set up today. It's really going to make a big difference with that thank you note. Next thing you're going to want to do is basically look at gifts. Okay, gifts that create friends. You send a simple gift with no strings attached. It can be something is like a $5 gift card. It could be a $10 gift card, depending on what your product, service, or information is that you're delivering, what the margins are. But you want to look at that. What's the value of that referral? You want to find out what kind of food that people like. Okay, food and beverage is really key. If you look at their food, you look at the beverage, and you can find out what that person likes. That's going to make a big deal moving forward, because you can get them exactly what they like to eat and what they like to drink. You want to establish a follow-up sequence. You want to look at the standard mail. For some of you, this will work. Other people, it's not going to work. But the mail is still one of those ways that you can put a follow-up sequence in there and be able to deliver value and be able to connect. You want to look at a courier. In some cases, if you're in a big ticket business, the courier can be one of the best ways to go. That can be really great return. Might cost you $10, $15, $20, $25, but if you've got margins and you're on a big ticket a product sales funnel, that could really make a big difference if you deliver something by courier. You can look at email as one way to deliver. Okay, sometimes it may get lost, it may not be as effective, but email can be something that really helps out. And then you also want to look at a personal visit, and then you might have a combination of all these and you test them and see which ones will work to basically influence that referral to take business to the next level and or to generate additional repeat business from the existing client, customer, or patient. So how do we win clients and influence referrals? Well, basically you've got to create those notes. Okay, whether you're typing them, whether you're handwriting them, you definitely want to do one, the other, or a combination of both. You want to create gifts that create friends. Okay, and then you want to establish a follow-up sequence so you've got them in the pipeline. And then you want to separate yourself from the competition, because most people aren't going to do this. Okay, so if you're desiring to win more clients and influence referrals so you can grow your small business, the Small Biz Mechanic may be able to help you. You want to learn more by visiting smallbizmechanics.com.